Hello everyone, my name's Adam or EposVox, and I'm back with another laptop review. This time we have the Lenovo Ideapad 100S, which is actually a Best Buy exclusive model, available for $149.99. This is a pretty lightweight, pretty colorful, and kind of fun portable laptop. Obviously all laptops are portable, but this one is thin and lightweight and ready to go on the go with an Intel Atom processor. We're going to take a look at it right after this. To me, this Ideapad from Lenovo actually represents what is an ideal Chromebook replacement, lightweight, not a netbook. We're not using netbook terms anymore, but essentially a netbook, a portable, just internet and document device laptop, in my opinion. It is colorful. You can get colors. It's blue and white. I'm not sure how I feel about white on the keyboard surface and the keys, as that's going to fade and get, turn colors as you use it with your dirty hands, especially if it's an on-the-go machine over time, and that can end up looking quite gross. But it's super lightweight. It's only 0.7 inches thick at its thickest point. It weighs 2.2 pounds. And like I said, it's colorful. I'm really tired of seeing black and silver and dark gray for laptops. I want to pick what color I want and have it be more fun looking. Maybe that's just me. I mean, that is a function over form over function kind of argument, but it is something that I think is important when you're spending money on a computer. As I mentioned before, this is a Best Buy exclusive model for $149.99. Comes with an Intel's Atom processor. I was about to say Xeon. That would be interesting, a Xeon laptop. But no, for this price, you're getting an Atom processor, 1.33 gigahertz, Windows 10 Home Edition, your typical 1366 by 768 display. That's been the same on all 11 to, this is an 11.6 inch display, all 11 to 14 inch displays on like lower end laptops since like 2011. But hey, integrated Intel graphics, 32 gigabytes of onboard flash storage, eMMC storage. It's got normal chiclet keyboard here. It's kind of nice. It's a basic chiclet keyboard. It doesn't bother me. It types pretty effectively. It feels a lot like my Chromebook. It feels a little bit better than my 14-inch Chromebook from 2012 to 2013. It's fairly enjoyable to type on. Then you have a trackpad that's nowhere near as smooth as the Yoga that I reviewed previously, but still quite accurate for what it is. It's a little bit slower. And then dedicated clicker buttons that are separated from the trackpad, which some people actually prefer. And then we have a power button in a much more reasonable location up here in the top left, and then a reset button like we saw on the Yoga. And then for I/O, we actually have some pretty good I/O here. Well, we don't have any USB 3.0 at all, which is kind of a complaint from me, but we have two USB 2.0 ports here on one side, and that's it for this side. And then over on the other side, we have the DC power in, 3.5 millimeter combo audio jack, HDMI out, which I actually didn't like about the Lenovo was it had no dedicated video out without a USB Type-C adapter. This one does, and then a micro SD card slot for expanding the storage since you only get 32 gigs on board, which for a portable, like I said, document internet book, kind of like a netbook, that's plenty. I've been using a Chromebook for a long time. It only has 16 gigs of storage. About 8 of that is probably super usable, and that was always plenty fine for doing everything online. But if you do a lot of like video work on here, it's going to be slow, but you're also going to run out of space. Only has up to N Wi-Fi support, no AC, and no of the newer 8602 AC, anything like that. It's just BGN, which is fine. Bluetooth 4.0, great to see that Bluetooth's coming pretty standard nowadays, and no normal SD card reader either, which is fine. I mean, you could get a little USB 2.0 adapter as well. 2 gigabytes of RAM, about an 8-hour battery, and then if you do open it up here, it does have a, I don't remember, 0.3 megapixel webcam. It's certainly not great. I'll play a sample for you right here. This is a webcam test using the Lenovo Ideapad 100S and its lovely 360p webcam. This is a test. I have the light off to my side here. If I put it behind me, it does start to darken my face, of course. There is some sort of auto light adjustment, but it's really hard to tell at this low of a resolution. This is also a microphone test, and if I pull up Cortana here, I will do a typing test as well. This is a typing while talking test. This is a test. This is a test. I believe the microphone is up here by the camera, but I'm not 100% sure. Certainly not the greatest webcam in the world, but hey, it gets the job done. Just like the speakers, which are at the bottom and closer, I mean, they're not in the middle, but, you know, further back from the front. There are only 1 watt speakers. There is 2 of them for stereo.
That's why I'm here. We need to be put in check. Whatever form that takes, I'm game. I'm sorry, Tony. If I see a situation pointed south...
They're speakers. Like, they're better than having no speakers on the device, but they're certainly not great. I keep closing this when I'm not done opening it. The microphone is up here up front by the webcam as well. It's a little bit easier to open up than the Yoga that I reviewed, and then it has 4 big rubber feet on the bottom to keep it from sliding, which I like a lot, especially for the size. It keeps it up off the surface a little bit, and it does a lot of slide prevention, which feels really, really nice. One thing that's cool, because Best Buy does a lot of weird bundles with their laptops, is you actually get a 1-year subscription to Office 365 with this laptop. And that comes with the 1 terabyte of storage through 365 for OneDrive, which is a pretty good deal. Free. Like, my Chromebook came with 200 gigs on Google Drive, so obviously there's a size difference there, but it was for like 2 years versus this for 1 year, but you do get the full Office suite. So Microsoft's trying to compete with the Google line of things, and that's only good for all of us because everyone wins when there's competition. And so if you get this, you get free Office whether you want to use it or not. If you don't want to use it, you have 1 terabyte of essentially automated backups. You can set up OneDrive to automatically back up all of your pictures, documents, music, etc. from here straight to the cloud, and you have plenty of space to do it, at least for a year, which is a good solid year of backups. This is made of plastic. It's not the most rugged thing in the world, but I wouldn't expect it to be. Same with the plastic hinges. You got to be a little bit careful with it. Don't go jarring the screen around too much. Speaking of the screen, 11.6-inch display with huge bezels, and it's certainly not an IPS display like the nice glossy one over on the Yoga, but it gets the job done. It's not super bright, but it's sharp enough and it looks good enough that I have no major complaints about it. Viewing angles aren't great, but again, this is meant to be your typing and internet browsing and doing work, which would be great for me, just going up to the university library while my fiance has classes and typing up some video scripts or some blog posts, etc. This would be perfect. It's mostly fanless, or at least there's no main ventilation on here, so it's not going to get very loud at all. Something I've struggled with laptops in the past is using them for classes or in the library. Having that fan going loud is quite obnoxious. This one's sealed up fairly well, and it stays very quiet, but doesn't get too hot under load as well. So this has been a quick review of the Lenovo Ideapad 100S, your budget laptop option from Best Buy. That is actually a pretty good deal for what you get. That's about what I paid for my Chromebook 14-inch, and while I prefer the 14-inch or 13-inch size factor to an 11.6-inch, the overall build is still very, very good for what you're paying for it. So definitely a recommendation from me for the lower end, and I like to see that there's different colors. I know there's red and blue, there may be some other colors as well. I'll have information in the description below along with product links and things like that. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to smash the like button, get subscribed for more awesome tech videos. I love making tech content for you guys, and leave me a comment down below with what you think if you would use this laptop. I'm sorry I'm moving it around a whole bunch here. I don't feel well, so I'm trying to stay active to keep myself from falling asleep and passing out essentially, even though I got plenty of sleep last night. My name has been Adam, or EposVox. Catch you in the next one.